Sure. Is there any risk to Adam Korsak not playing this week, and sort of how do you balance that?
Yeah, no, we just, he even just before the last game, he's quite the athlete, but he messed himself up just a little bit, but he's fine. We're just being smart with it.
And to have CJ Rivas potentially back, he's obviously, we talked to him, he's excited to have a chance to come back. How do you measure the, keeping him out of the lineup for another week and bringing him back in and the impact he could have?
Yeah, I think just over these, today and tomorrow, just seeing how he looks out there physically. Obviously he's not too far removed from the playbook. Only he just missed the one game. So more just, how he looks and then how he feels physically, and then we'll make a decision from there.
Britton.
Corey, you want these guys to play fast and play aggressive. Right now, this team unfortunately leading the league in unnecessary roughness, some of those extra things. Is that just kind of the balance that you have to try to find as a coach? We're getting these guys to play aggressive but still within the rules?
Yeah, I do. I think so. Specifically when it comes to bang kind of plays, but the extra the extra stuff that you can avoid, those are the non-negotiables. That's why some of the stuff last week was disappointing. So, part of football, there's going to be penalties, unfortunately, that, just come with the game that you can't avoid, but it's the ones that you can't avoid. Those are the ones that we got to get rid of.
How much do you guys look at that last Edmonton game, the way they ran over this defense, and using motivation? Do you take much from it? Because now McLeod's starting this one again.
Yeah, no, I think, say what you want. I mean, I get it. I understand what the record says. They're a dangerous team, man. We found that out firsthand. They've got, a big offensive line. They got 3 backs who are more than capable, all explosive, and their receiving core is really good as well. Obviously, they've had 2 guys back there at the quarterback position who've had success in this league. So, defensively, we look at it as a challenge. But yeah, we got to watch the tape. That wasn't obviously one of our bright spots in the run game, and they've been consistently doing it to every team that they play. So certainly, we got to anticipate that we'll probably get a good dose of the run game, but we got to make sure that we're gap sound. That gives us the best opportunity to succeed with that. But they have the ability to air it out as well. So just play it honest, and it should put us in favor.
Rob?
What did it mean to have Anthony Lanier back last week?
Yeah, I think just that. He's just such a disruptive human. I think us asking him to play defensive tackle, defensive end, he's done it in his career before, not so much within the same year. So it's just to have the utility to be able to do that, specifically if you have injuries at any position up front, they can get you out of it. I've talked to many people across the league about the guy. Some coaches are nervous about him when he's a 3 technique, and others are more nervous when he's out there. So, again, another guy that, we're happy on game days he's out there playing for us.
What kind of addition has Aubrey Miller Jr. been?
Incredible, man. I thought, we saw it even from preseason and then some of the time that he had playing, with his previous team. Specifically for us in the special teams aspect of it, he's been a junkyard dog, is what Coach Majuri calls him. He plays with intent, and he sets the tone for us from that standpoint. He's fun to watch, man, and he's a great guy.
Okay.
Coach, when you look back at that last game against Edmonton, you talked about your disappointment in the group and defensively allowing that many yards. Was it was it a physical or a mental breakdown or a combination of all of the above?
I think a little bit of everything. They do a good job scheming up their run game. Probably a couple bad calls by me, to be honest. And then, we just mentally busted, misfit some gaps. And these backs, they're really good. They're patient runners, and if you give them a crease, they're going to find it. And then they get to the second level. That's when you're in trouble. So it was a little bit of everything. Definitely a learning moment for us. and a challenge at these guys. You know, I think that they're ready to get another shot at them, you know, from that aspect. But it always comes down to playing the call and executing at a high level.
Trade deadline arrives this afternoon. Do you anticipate anything happening?
You know, I don't think so, but you never know. I was just hearing some rumblings, I guess, going on around the league elsewhere, but, you know, that's probably more of a question for J.O., but, yeah, we haven't really talked about anything from that standpoint.
Awesome. Oh, Britt,
Sorry.
No,
One quick
sorry, I
one.
couldn't just see.
Yeah. Okay, just I was looking at some of the MOP odds because that's been a very big discussion this season because there's not really a front runner, and Roland Milligan is listed. And how cool is it for you as a defensive guy to see one of your defensive players be kind of atop the league for that discussion?
Yeah, I think selfishly, we in this building, you know, look to him as such a player. He's been outstanding for us, you know, and I can't say enough good things about him as a person, but I think, you know, you just look at what he's been able to do throughout the season statistically. I believe everybody on the field knows where Zero's at, and he's still able to make plays. So there are a lot of great players in this league, and, you know, I don't have the vote, but if I did, that would be mine.
Just a follow-up to that, actually. So the all-CFL team voting is open right now. Is there anybody in the locker room that maybe isn't a top-of-mind guy that could maybe get a nod for that you want to maybe just give a shout-out to, let the fans know to keep them in mind?
An MOP?
Just the all-CFL team.
Oh, all CFL. Oh, man, all-stars. Yeah, man. Hey, tons. Logan Ferlin, I mean, is a guy for sure. I mean, he's played multiple positions, and he's been extremely dangerous. You know, CJ Rivas, I think, should be in the conversation. D-line wise, there's a bunch of guys that are in the top few in sacks, so I know that plays a little bit of part in it. Offensively, I mean, number of games, but still vote for Trevor, I would assume. And then, you know, our receivers have been dangerous, man. You're asking the wrong guy, because I'm going to say everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.